Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
All right, thanks so much for continuing to stick around here with us. We're going to try to get this weather in a certain amount of time. We had some things we had to cut out yesterday because I actually went a little overtime, and that was my fault. So I won't keep you talking too much today, but we do have a lot to kind of get through here over the next few hours, or the next tonight and tomorrow. And also, we're going to take a look at the weekend's forecast because there's really not much to be complaining about as we get closer to the weekend. And so if you're doing anything outdoors for the rest of today, Tuesday evening that is, do expect we're going to see clouds beginning to increase and filter in for us tonight. Something I do want to make a quick note about, those sky watchers out there, particularly those watching the rocket launches. It is actually a Wallops Island Rocket Lab Electron launch from Wallops Island tonight across that's near Virginia Beach, if you're curious of where that is. So we're going to have some space junk, not space junk, we're going to have a space rocket ship going across the sky this evening. So we'll have about a minute to a half viewing. So if you see streaks in the sky, it's going to be going pretty fast. Of course, I've never been on a rocket ship, but I would probably imagine that thing is going at a pretty high rate of speed. So do note, if you see some streaks going across the sky later on between 6 and 6:30 this evening, that is what that is. So again, if you have your cameras ready, people, you have cameras on your phone, just say them, get out there, snap a photo of it if you're able to. Again, the Electron rocket launch is tonight. It's pretty interesting. We always get these sights in the sky from us from time to time. So if you're doing anything out and about tonight, take a look at the sky, maybe during your dinner break, and take a look at their rocket launching from our area tonight. Temperatures the rest of this evening there are going to be near freezing. We're going to see increasing clouds tonight. Temperatures again, let's keep in mind and this winter has been a very interesting weather thanks to the La Nina pattern that we've had in place. Pretty much that has been preventing us to have a different type of winter. This is the third year in a row we've had a La Nina winter, basically meaning that warmer water temperatures out to the Pacific Gulf Coast, or not the Gulf Coast, but Central America. We have a warm influx of weather keeping us in play. It's also preventing a lot of our winter storms of just going around us, and that's what's been happening for us. So let's say hypothetically, this is not the forecast. Let's say hypothetically tonight that we are going to be near freezing, which you see here on the map, and we had moisture that was already at play, and we had a southern storm coming up. Those of you who've lived around here long enough know when we get a good snow, we need it to come from the south. Hypothetically speaking, if that was the case tomorrow, oh goodness, we'd have a big old snow event for us. But unfortunately, no, there is no snow tomorrow. But because of the influx of that warm weather giving us rain instead, it's going to allow our temperatures to warm up pretty much tomorrow. I always like joking with Shania about this, because she always gives me a hard time well, not really a hard time. She likes me, like having fun with this. So Shania, this one's just for you actually. We have a 1 out of 10 tomorrow. Your high of 42 degrees with a yucky, cold, wet rain in the making for us. So I know a lot of you, like I said, if we had the snow and if we had colder temperatures, oh boy, we'd have a big blockbuster snow for our region. But I just don't foresee that seeing in the cards at this moment in time. And like I said, it's going to be cold, and then we have some northeast breezes. So like I said, we have the perfect setup for it. If we just had the moisture lining up with it, that would be snow instead of rain. And then I would have to give that a 1, obviously, because of the cold air. And then obviously when you go out in the snow, you can't really do much driving it. Well, just, particularly for our four-wheeler friends, they know how to get out there and maneuver that, and hats off to you. But it's never a good idea to be out driving in snow unless you really have to. Rain everywhere tomorrow. We got 40s from Rocky Mount down towards Stewart, Arrowhead, Woolwine, Patrick Springs community there. Philpott Lake coming at the low 42 there outside of Oak Level. 41, actually Philpott is kind of closer to Oak Level, I shall put that as. You're heading towards the Ridgeway, Axton, Sandy Level, Sandy Ridge community. Sandy Ridge is actually North Carolina, so I'm going to get my geography right, folks. But anyway, just letting you know that our temperatures are going to be pretty yucky and cold all weekend, all Tuesday or Wednesday. Boy, I am ready for the weekend, if you can't tell that already. Anyway, hey, we're human. This happens to us from time to time, so do bear with our mistakes that we do make because, like I said, I'm not an AI robot, which of course, that's pretty up and coming these days now. So anyway, no AI forecasting in this. This was all human input. Looking at Saturday, looking ahead to the weekend, it's looking pretty nice for Saturday. Not a bad afternoon actually. Comfortable, near normal temperatures for us. So we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies to the day on Saturday and going into Saturday night. If you're doing anything on Sunday, we're going to remain kind of gloomy at times, and we're not going to remain as overcast or as sunny as we would be on Saturday. As you see here, our highs coming in at 51. So, hey, how about that? The first weekend, and I don't know how long we've had a pretty normal average weekend in winter, to put it as say. So a nice normal temperature weekend wise. Saturday's going to be looking a great day to get out there and enjoy it. Sunday, just cloudy and overcast. We do have rain possibly moving back in. We have another storm system moving in our region late Sunday into Monday. Then things, begin to clear out as you make your way out and about. Now, I quickly want to wrap the weather up here because, like I said, I went over yesterday because we had to cut some stuff out because I kept blabbering my mouth so much. And those of you know that, I like to talk. These are from photos you see here yesterday. We have a lot of those out here from Portland, Maine. The snow was on the ground out there. They picked up about a foot of snow in the majority of our hometown. So in parts of Portland, Maine, again, a big thanks to Dylan Lepore for sending these photos to me here. I know a lot of you want to see scenes like this. Well, maybe not on the road, but more so like this, maybe in your front yard, kind of getting out there. They even had a dog that was out there with them. Their dog's name's Rascal, not Rascal Flats, but do know that he also had his own little snow gear on, his little snow paws out there too. So no snow anytime soon. I'm trying. I've got a wand, right? No, that does not how that works. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up here for us. We thank you for tuning on in. Do stick around. We have a lot more programming coming up next.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.